What's up, Metaverse family? Today we're going to be talking about Townstar and more specifically Gala Games halting town coin earnings. This is something that happened quite a few weeks ago and I actually wasn't going to make a video about it, but enough of you guys reached out asking for my thoughts on this situation that I thought I might as well make a video on this. So here we go, and just for full disclosure, you guys should know that Gala Games is a sponsor of On-Chain Gaming, so we do make some of our revenue from Gala Games, and that is obviously going to make me biased. I don't know how it couldn't, but I do try to think about this logically and objectively. So if you're looking forward to hearing my thoughts on this, remember to drop a big thumbs up. Also, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and let's get into it.
On-Chain Gaming.
So in July, Gala Games released this memo. As we now guide Townstar to its next evolution as the world's greatest Web3 sim game, there are some important developments and upgrades to be made. By listening closely to community feedback, we have determined that the best time is now to begin making these large necessary updates. So starting off, we have to understand the background here, and that is that Townstar needs some significant changes, some significant improvements in order to give Towncoin more utility and to just make the game feel fuller and more robust. They need to make some drastic changes to how the game works. And because right now we're in a bear market where, no cryptos are really doing that well, Gala kind of just made the executive decision with the community's feedback considered, and they decided now is the time to just, pull out the teeth. We just got to do it, and once it's done, and it has to be done eventually, so why not do it right now? In light of that decision, they decided that beginning on July 19th, all town distributions to players and node operators were temporarily stopped. So that means also, if you're one of the people that invested in a Townstar node, you're no longer receiving Towncoin for operating your node right now. And that has a lot of people frustrated, as well as even just, I am one of these people, Townstar NFT owners who thought that they were gonna be getting a yield of some kind, mining daily Towncoin. And obviously Gala doesn't guarantee that that is gonna be any kind of return because Towncoin is just a utility token. So they don't have any view on the price or anything like that. But as a player, we do think if I'm gonna buy this NFT that allows me to earn Towncoin, that I'm gonna actually be able to play the game and earn Towncoin. So these two groups are pretty frustrated right now, and that does make sense. This is what Gala had to say. During this temporary town pause, we will focus on evolving the Townstar in-game economy, making tech improvements as well as adding features to the game. This has been discussed at length in the Townstar discussions channel. And just so you guys know, if you are into Gala Games but are not part of the Gala Games community yet, you should definitely join Gala Games Discord at gala.chat or linked in the description below. And that way you can be one of the community members participating in this discussion and helping the developers understand what you think the best actions are in different situations. This change, while it is unexpected for some, is a wonderful thing for Townstar players, as well as for the health of the town economy. With this change, we have doubled the size of the Townstar team and brought in a seasoned industry expert, Mark Skaggs, to lead the winning team. So a couple really important things to note here. The Townstar team doubled, so you should not be thinking about this Towncoin distribution pause as a rug pull of any kind. No, actually, they've hired more people onto the Townstar team. They are doubling down this effort to make this game the game that it has the potential to be, and they have hired a new lead with a ton of experience to try and make sure that Townstar improves like it should improve. We are also in the process of switching the game development engine from Play Canvas, which is client-side authoritative, to Godot, Go, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is server-side authoritative, an important part of stopping cheats, scripts, and hacks, and something they had to do before they could implement the new in-game currency, because there could have been a lot of issues if it was not server authoritative. Pretty much anyone could just add as many of this new currency as they wanted. And Gala couldn't really know who was cheating and who wasn't. I think right now, because partly of Axie Infinity and that whole collapse, because that economy was not set up in a sustainable way, it has caused a lot of people to really just doubt the play to earn model or the play to earn term entirely, thinking that all play to earn is a scam right now. And one thing that is kind of unfortunate is, even though Townstar and Gala Games has every intention to make play to earn for Townstar bigger than it ever was before, in this moment in time, Gala ending Towncoin payout after Axie has just failed like this, it's really just doubling down that sentiment I think that the majority of people have, and it's causing all of you guys, I feel like, to think play to earn's a scam, and not even Gala can keep play to earn going. So this whole space, you know, it was a good idea, but maybe it's not going to work out. But I could not disagree more with that sentiment, and I really think play to earn is going to return, and it's going to return bigger and better than ever. And I think that's because I understand the fundamental flaws that caused Axie Infinity to fail, and I understand that those flaws are specific to Axie Infinity and the way that economy was set up, and they are not specific to the idea of play to earn in general. So there's no fundamental unsolvable flaw here that should cause anyone to think that play to earn can't work. Gala continues, we are invested heavily in Townstar and would like to see it become the first Web3 game to achieve large-scale mass adoption. You can see Gala has really big ambitions, really big dreams for Townstar, and this pause is not meant to stop those dreams from coming through. No, they are required. This pause is required to make your dreams come true. This step, while temporarily painful, and yes, it is temporarily painful. We've already talked about some of the groups, including me, that have been a little bit frustrated, but it is necessary to achieve that goal that Gala has of making Townstar one of the first mass adopted Web3 play to earn games. Now, it is important to note that they are continuing to run competitions in Townstar. So the weekly competition is still happening, and you can still earn Gala that way. So there is still a way to earn in Townstar, but the daily rewards, those are not paying out anything in this period of time. So then they finish out, this is a big project and it will take some time to get there, though we're confident that this pause will allow our team to evolve the in-game economy, add more fun features, and upgrade our game engine to support an amazing future for all Townstar players. Now, in the last Player One supporter call that I had with Patreon supporters, and if you guys didn't know, there's an exclusive on-chain gaming Discord where if you support the channel, you can come, and when we have discussions there, there's a great community there that loves play to earn games and loves talking about them. And the Player One supporters, we have a call once a month to discuss everything that's going on in the play to earn space. I ask questions to some of the top supporters of this channel and try to get a feel for how they're feeling, what their sentiment is. They ask me questions, and they can kind of mine my brain for, I don't know, any possible useful information it may hold, and we just have a good time connecting as a community. And in the last call, we talked quite a bit about Townstar earnings, and I just want to share with you a little rant that I went on about Townstar pausing earnings. And if you guys hear this rant and you're like, well, I want to be a part of this, then make sure you guys join our Patreon linked below, and that way you can get into the Discord and you can participate in these conversations and talk live with me. I still have like a lot of faith in Gala Games as a team in order to get us there. So this brings me to the third thing I wanted to talk about, which will kind of just wrap up the whole sentiment Townstar ending earnings thing. And that's just like, we have to understand where we are in Gala's development as a company. Like, Gala is still a very young company, and they're developing stuff right now that's foundational to what they're still trying to build. So they're like still trying to develop foundational tools that they're going to need to scale a crypto gaming ecosystem. What I'm specifically thinking about is Gala Chain or Jiri or whatever they're calling it. This has to be finished, and they need to integrate all their games into it before they're going to actually be able to launch these full-on play-to-earn ecosystems. As users who are in this new ecosystem, we want it all to work right now, right? And we want it to work right. We want it to work sustainably. But we have to understand that we're on like the frontier. Like, this is only a couple of years old. Even this idea, like actually being able to become a real possibility, like the different technologies converging, us having Ethereum or faster validated blockchains now to actually do gaming on, like we are in the very, very, very early years of this. And I think anytime you have a brand new technology with insane like potential, but there's like a lot of development that still has to happen. You have these cycles of overexcitement where like the general public starts to realize, wait, this potential here is massive, but the development's not far enough along yet. And then you have these crashes like the .com bubble and that sort of thing, until the technology actually builds up to be able to sustain the potential that everyone knew was there. So I feel like we're in one of those cycles where we just had a massive hype cycle. Everyone's like, wow, the potential of this is crazy, but the technology wasn't developed enough yet. We hadn't like tried these things, so the economics of some of these games were really bad, and we just weren't ready to maintain that hype because expectations were went way far beyond where reality is. So now we're kind of getting hit, we're getting smacked with reality, and it hurts a little bit, but when we look at where reality actually is and we like reassess, we like get off the cloud and go back to the ground, on the ground, real stuff is getting built. Like Gala is making real progress, and sure, they don't have like a really exciting announcement that they can make every day or every week, but that's because like a lot of the foundational stuff that's being built is boring. It's like boring to us consumers. It's like really technical and it's not that exciting, but it has to get built. And that's what bear markets are for, to be completely honest. So yeah, guys, I think that really does share my views on the time that we're in currently pretty clearly. And I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree with what I had to say in that rant that you just listened to? Leave your comments below letting me know what you think. I know that one big criticism of play to earn is the idea that when you start turning play into work, it no longer becomes fun. But I actually disagree. I still have fun making YouTube videos, even though I can make money making YouTube videos. So I think the idea that you're rewarded for doing something does not necessarily have to make it less fun. I don't think that's true at all. Now, the criticism that play to earn games aren't fun, well, I think that has been more valid, especially in this last bull market where a lot of the play to earn games really weren't real games yet. They didn't really have that fun of game mechanics yet, but that has to do with the game, not play to earn. So yeah, I think play to earn can definitely be fun, and I just wanted to leave you guys with that last thought. If you did enjoy this video, remember to drop a big thumbs up, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and until next time, everyone, have fun roaming the metaverse.